Hello. So I just hung up the phone with a friend who's an entrepreneur. And then again, I had the same exact question on chat. So I figured it'd be good to share with you guys today these two topics. So the first one is all about when you work for yourself, or even when you don't, but you need to take care of your finances. It's kind of like bleh, boring. You don't want to sit down and pay your bills, and that type of activity is boring for a lot of people. So most people don't want to do it. They have to do it, but they don't want to do it, so they avoid it. They find other things to do with their time, and then they end up not having an organized way to treat their finances. The second topic was all about investing. And most people say, I'm not a person to buy stock or get an app for stock sharing or any of that stuff. That's not my thing. And so I wanted to talk to you about these two things. Number one is my journey with these two things has been an interesting journey, but I don't like paying my bills. I don't like sitting down paying my bills. But now it's my business. It's not paying bills, but the financial world is my business now. And so I love listening to podcasts. I like listening to videos. I like reading books about it, but it's not like when it comes time to paying my own bills, I'm like, "Ugh, I gotta pay my bills." So what have I done? I have created an environment that is not stressful, because I know that when something is stressful and I don't like it, I avoid it, I procrastinate, and I don't do it. And so, how did I create that environment where it's good for me to do it? Well, I have created automation. I've done things and put systems in place for me to be able to pay my bills on time, do it right, so I don't have to come back and complete it. I have scheduled 2 days in the month where I sit down and I open my envelopes and I check to see how my money is growing for me and what it's doing for me. So then I don't have any surprises, because we don't want to have surprises with when it comes to our finances. So if you create systems, and then you have systems in place for you to be able to not have to have your hands on it all the time, that creates an environment that frees you up to do the things that you love to do. The other thing that I have done is, when the 2 days that I do sit down to take care of my finances, what do? I eat a good meal first, not a heavy meal, but a good meal that's going to feed my body so my brain is working at optimum level. I take my supplements to make sure that I'm functioning properly, and I get a drink that I like, and I sit in a spot in my house that I enjoy, not in a place that has a lot of other things that pull my attention, because I want to have a productive time when I sit down to pay my bills, and when I look at my envelopes and take care of all that stuff. I want to have everything in place. I want to have my filing system. I want to have my laptop with all my memory sticks in there so I can save all that information. I want to have my shredder. I want to do so when I touch a paper, I touch it one time and it's gone. So I created systems. So when I do it, it's pleasurable. It's not annoying. And although I don't look forward to it, I know that when I sit down, I do it and it's done. I don't have to come back and do it again. And it's taken me time to create that system, but it's something that you can get help to. You don't have to go through the same pains that other people have gone through to schedule their time or to set up their systems. You can actually learn from people. And so that's why you want to talk to a professional in that field, because they can help you kind of put systems in place and automate your finances. The second point was, when we were talking, she says, I'm not an investor. I don't like to buy stock. I don't like to having those apps and connect them to my bank account. I don't want to do any of that. And I asked her, I said, what do you think? Our brains don't work with abstract. They work with concrete. So when we say a word, our brain designs a picture. And so I asked her, describe investment to me. What is investment? When I say the word investment, what is the first picture that comes into your mind? We took some time to do that, because I wanted to speak the same language. When I was talking about investment, I wanted for her to tell me what she was thinking when I said that word. And so I want you're watching this video, I want you to take a second, pause this video, and describe for yourself what the word investment means to you. So I'm going to do a 2-second pause over here, but I want you to pause this video, describe the word investment, and then come back to the video. So go. Okay, now that you've done that and you come back to the video, what I want to suggest that you see the word investment is, the word investment does not only mean to put money onto stocks, onto bonds, onto where you take money out of your bank account and you put it somewhere where it's locked in there for it to grow. Investment means when you take your money and you put it somewhere where it's going to grow for you, or you take your talents and you put it somewhere where it's going to grow for you to achieve a mean that you're looking for. So it's not only money, but your goods and your services and your talents. Anything that you have that you want to multiply, you can invest it. And so when you look at investment in that light, you can see how it can benefit you. So let's say that we were talking about, going from 0 to 100 on your development as a financially educated person. So we start at the 0 where you don't even know, how to pay your bills or how much you owe people or whatever. So organizing your finances is base level. So having a budget where you know how much is coming in and how much is going out and how to best organize that. And then you go on to knowing how to eliminate debt. So the money that you're paying in interest and paying in fees to other people, you want to eliminate that area of your financial life, because then there's going to be a surplus. And then you create an emergency fund where you can live off that emergency without having to dip into more borrowing. So when you have an emergency fund, you don't have to borrow, which means you don't have to pay interest. So organizing, then eliminating what you owe other people, and then creating an emergency fund. And then now that you have the surplus, you can make that grow for you. It's hard to make money grow for you when you need it to survive. But when you can do all that, and when you get to the point where money is creating money for you, then you're investing, then you're, that's where we want people to be, where your money is creating more money for you. And so that's what a financial educator teaches you but it has to be something that's personalized, because everybody's in a different spot and everybody thinks differently and everybody reacts to these types of changes and to these types of systems differently. So we want to make sure that we look at where you are and how you can best use where you are to go to where you want to be. So there's point A where you are and point B where you want to be, and that trajectory, that path. When you sit down with a financial planner, you don't have to do that by yourself. You can get tips and you can get knowledge from somebody who has studied that and knows how to best help you get from point A to point B. So talking about investment, what do you have? And what do you want to accomplish with what you have? So if you have money and you want to become a farmer, or you want to have a sustainable life, so how can you use that money to purchase land, or to purchase cattle, or to purchase, vegetables? How to grow? Because once you have that money is not going to grow for you sitting on your mattress or in a bank account, but it will grow if you invest in real estate, in land, or in cattle, right? So let's say that you have the skill of building, and you don't have money, but you have the skill of building. You can invest that time in your skill to build a house, and then you can go partnership with another person that has the money, and now you can have a piece of real estate that can be sold and it can grow for you. Or let's say that you know how to speak English and you want to invest time to teaching foreigners how to speak English. So then you're spending your knowledge plus your time to generate money for you. So something that's small is going to grow big because you can invest that. So that's investment. And when you think of investment that way, now you can see that you can use that tool to benefit you and your family for the things that you want. So do you know where you are? Do you know where you want to go? Do you know the pathway to get there? Because that's what a financial planner or a financial educator is there for. So those are the things that I want to share with you to give you hope, to open up your eyes, to help you change your mind about how important it is to schedule time and schedule systems to help you get organized financially. And then also to think big. Think, where do you want to have your money and your skills and your resources growing and growing and growing, so you can have what you want from what you are to where you want to be. What do you have to do in between? And that's where the investment comes in. So I hope this helps you. And this is where I'm here for. Count on me to help you finding the best solutions for you to go from where you are to where you want to be. Let's talk. Okay, talk to you soon. Have a great Saturday. Bye.